Okay, making a part two. Got done working out for a half an hour. So, my old work shoes, my old Fila's in the garbage. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. Yeah, those were my old work shoes. Nasty as hell. See, what I like to do when I used to work at the arcade, this was a huge problem I had while working at somewhat the beginning of the arcade up to, back to the gym, back to pretty much the whole time that I had work shoes up to working till I got my Mustang, right? Basically, I never would switch out my shoes. So if I was still in the Challenger and I had those shoes, I never even would have cared to change my shoes out. But now, before I go into work, I'll put my work shoes on. So I used to have those shoes in my trunk. And then I actually, at the end of the day, I'll put my regular shoes on and I'll drive home with those. Because, after the things I've seen that I had to clean up. One time, when I first started working there, the first couple weeks or so, someone actually threw up all over the floor. And I could not fucking figure out how to clean it up. As in, I wiped up what I could. And it was, yeast. It was, beer. Someone was drinking beer. And they threw that up. And then, of course, I tried mopping it. And the yeast was so gross and stuck to the floor. I didn't know how to do it. And I used to step in that. I used to step in blood. I used to step in toilet water. I used to step in piss. When I was cleaning the urinals, the floor would be all sticky with piss in the men's bathroom. And I was just like, no. So when I got the Mustang, I was like, fuck that. I am not walking. I wouldn't even walk in my room in here. I used to leave my shoes on the front. I did not want to walk on the same floor that I would put those shoes, right? So I would take those shoes off, and then after I got the Mustang, I used to take them in the house, but then I started forgetting, and I would accidentally wear my wrong shoes by mistake, or my slippers, and I would have to go home and change. I've made videos on those in the past, when I'd be like, I ended up coming in with my slippers, so I gotta go home and change my shoes, and my shoes would be at the front. So I would just leave them in my car, of course, on top of a special snow mat that I ended up never using. It actually ended up damaging my Challenger a little bit back when I had that. I had like a snow cover, but the thing is you had to hook it from inside the car. So basically, you have to open both doors, and you have to put the hood, or not the hood, the blanket thing, the snow cover thing, on top of the front of the car, and you had to wrap it around on top and around. And when you close the doors, it'll stay in there. And of course, you have to hook it from the top. It was a bitch to do. And when I had my Challenger, I would roll my windows down, and my window would make this thud. It'd make this noise every time it would. The passenger window, the driver's side window it was working normal. It would be sealed all the way, right? But when I had the Challenger, it would not. It would close all the way, but it would have this really nasty thud every time it would. When you open the window, it goes down, and it's supposed to make that noise that is completely open. But the Challenger would make this thud noise, and when I would close the Challenger window, I can hear wind blowing through. I can actually hear wind blowing through the window. So that means it wasn't properly closing, and there was something wrong with the window. But it's not my issue now, because I've learned my lesson from that to not use that thing for my car, so pretty much, I just use it as a back carpet cover for my trunk, so then I could put things like my shoes in there, or just my aunt's walker, put things that'll get my trunk dirty, so that's what I use it for, because it actually damaged my Challenger window. I never want to use that again. I'd rather scrape the snow off and fucking use de-icer and just, I might end up bringing that de-icer back in here because it just sits in my trunk and it gets thrown around. So I might end up bringing it back in here. I'm not sure. And then, you know, I don't know. We don't have an ice scraper. Or, I mean, I think we do have an ice scraper. I'm not sure. But hasn't snowed yet. And it's not winter until a month from now. So, but yeah, it felt really good working out again. People were asking for Justin, of course. None of them responded to my message upstairs. But yeah, apparently, you know, we can't be workout buddies no more. And he has big issues with going in there. He's worse than I am. He's fucking worse than I am when it comes to going to the gym. Like me, I now want to put in effort, but his excuse is he's too skinny. And I'm fucking massive, so that means I should be the one to have to go to the gym, not him, from what I heard. So, yeah, it's kind of a bitch, but hey, he's the one paying for his subscription, not mine. And he's going to have to pay for the transfer fee if he wants to give it to my mom. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know? Instead of going to the gym with me, it's got to be an issue with these two about that. So, yeah, you know, so I'm going by myself, and that's their fucking problem, you know, for the membership they're paying for. And the fact that he doesn't want to go to the gym, he doesn't want to gain the muscle, and then he's too tired out of work. You know, even I made an effort to go work out after work. But I just fell off for a while. But I tried not to make it an all-time excuse, you know. But I guess I get it, you know. But anyway, that's okay. I'm going to go get in the shower. Got a long week ahead, considering I'm off until next week. Next Wednesday, most likely. I'm just going to tell them next Wednesday, you know. And I told the guy, the Amazon guy, I already, my time at round one's already done. So, you know, yeah, they know it's going to be next week now, officially. So, you know. But anyways, yeah, so it was a good workout. I mainly ran on the treadmill. Well, more so sped walked. And I did run for like 5 minutes. I ran like 6.5 miles an hour for like 5 minutes, and then I got tired, which is actually pretty good for a guy my weight. And I went on one of those it's not like a bike, but where it has those two things that you grab on, and it's kind of like in a jogging motion kind of thing. I ran on that. That's good for the lower back and the your butt muscles, pretty much. So I ran on that for like 10 minutes, and I actually did run on that. I didn't walk or slow or nothing. I actually did haul ass on that one, so it was pretty good. I'm going to try to do what I can to really get back into that groove. I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly with working with Amazon. He did mention that next Tuesday I could start, but if I do Tuesday, I'm going to want to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I don't know if they'll let me do that, but, you know, if I do got to work a weekend day, then I'm going to want to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm going to want to start on Wednesday. But, kind of depends. But it's 10:09. So I'm going to get ready to get in the shower. Like I said, shooting trip on Saturday. Going to go to the shooting range. Tomorrow, it's my last night with my group for the season. But it's going to be my last night for me, period. You know, because if I'm working Thursday nights, I'm not going to be able to go anymore. So, but I'm taking Sundays off for church, obviously. And then I'll pretty much have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday off with pretty much everybody at this point. Everyone except for Justin is taking Sunday, Monday off, you know, that I know of. So, yeah, so it's looking pretty gravy. You know, again, I'll have to. He said he would call me when he heard something back. So I'll try to discuss with him. I'll tell him if I do Tuesday, if I could just do Tuesday through Friday. If I have to have a weekend day, then I'll do Wednesday through Saturday. But I'll try to ask him. But anyways, yep, that's my part 2. Later.